Hey y'all, what's up? My name's Kelsey K, otherwise known as KelseyKMUA, and I wanted to thank you so much for being here today. Guys, so welcome to the video. We are going to be talking about how to with brows. Now, keep in mind, I am not a huge snatched brow or following that brow trends or anything that you really see on social media. My idea of a brow is something that should look natural but defined. So if you are looking for the Instagram snatched eyebrow tutorial, you came to the wrong place. But I am going to be talking about 3 different products that you can use to do your brows, and most of them you probably already have some at home. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. Okay, so guys, the first product that I'm going to be talking about is using a brow powder. So you can either use a brow powder, you can go out and buy one at the store if you don't already have one, or if you have a nice contour shade, you can use that as well, or if you even have a nice cool toned brown eyeshadow, you can use that too. You don't have to go out and spend a whole bunch of money on all these different products if you already have some of them at home. The most important thing that you want to do when you are selecting a brow shade is that you are matching it to your hair color. Either that or making sure that you are choosing something that has the right undertone. I tend to talk a lot about tones and undertones in these beginner series. If you missed all of my previous videos about the tones and undertones and beginner series, I will link all of those videos down in the description box down below. But yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about brow powders. So this guy here, this is the Folklore Sculpt Glow Highlighter and Contour Palette in the shade 02, Capri Coast and Jasmine. This guy has been getting a lot of love in these videos lately. But so what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to do the powder and pencil on this eye, and then I will do the pomade on this brow. So if you are typically using a brow powder, you're looking for something that typically looks a little bit more natural. So this is more of your natural go-to. You can use this as an on-the-go product, but when I do my brows with a powder, I like to start here at the head of the brow and just kind of flick upward with my angled brush directly here onto the skin, or running through the brows at a 90-degree angle, and then just kind of flicking upward in small motions. And then as I get about halfway through the brow hair, I'm going to go ahead and switch to more of a drawing type of motion, where I am just going to be filling in the hairs here and then into the tail of the brow. Super, super quick, really natural. I really like this for an everyday look. However, I do find that if I do use a brow powder, I do have to use a brow gel afterwards. So that is one additional product that I feel like you might need if you are going to be using a brow powder. Next, let's go ahead and talk about brow pencils. My current favorite is the Maybelline Total Temptation brow pencil. This one here I have in the shade 300 Blonde. I know this looks kind of silly, but so can you see here the shape of the pencil? It's almost more along the lines of a diamond shape or a teardrop shape. So this really helps you not only define the brow, it really helps you draw in those individual brow hairs and fill in where you want to. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and define the brow from the top here, using the entirety of the pencil, and going here along the top of the brow. Just taking very small light strokes so I can see where I am depositing the pigment from this pencil, and then deepening up the tail of the brow with using slightly heavier pressure towards the tail end, still using short strokes. Then here I'm going to go under the brow using the pencil as well, stroking upward to create more of an arch. I'm also going to use the side edge of this pencil and kind of just work back and forth in very small motions to create that nice defined edge. So this is a very full brow for me. I usually don't make my brows this thick, but you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. I am just going to kind of draw in a little bit more of an arch here on this eyebrow because this brow naturally has a better arch than this one. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take my spoolie and then work this through, especially here at the head of the brow, to kind of reduce any excessive amount of pigment that I have there, and then just kind of working my way through. and combing the brow hairs in the direction that I want them to go. Where's my brow gel? Brow gel? Brow gel, where are you? Okay, found it. So next for my brow gel, I'm going to take this Brow or Never clear brow gel from Victoria's Secret. They don't sell this anymore and I am sad. And I'm just going to gently run this here through the brow hairs to get them to kind of stand up nicely and naturally. Nice soft touch. I really, really like the way that looks. It's natural but still defined, but also still kind of a little bit more bold too, so man. Okay, and then lastly, the last type of product that I really like to use on a daily, this is like my go-to brow product, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. Now the reason why I love this so much is that for me, because I've been using it for quite a while, it tends to come a lot quicker to me than some of these other products. It's easier for me to get that really nice like bold look if I want it, but at the same time I can also make it look very natural, so it's a very versatile product. But what I like to do is I like to comb up my brow hairs here so I can kind of see where they are going to be naturally and just kind of make them stand up real nice. I'm just going to dip my angled brush here into the product, making sure that when you're using a brow pomade, you want to make sure that you are using a very, very small and defined, very sharp angled brush, because if you're using an angled brush that's a little bit thicker, you're going to get quite a thick line and it's going to deposit a lot of pigment and it's just going to look very bold. And if you don't want it to be bold, then obviously we don't want that. So you want to make sure that you are using something small and defined to really help define the brows. So what I am going to do is I am going to start here kind of just past the head of the brow and make small strokes to kind of see where I am depositing the product. And then making one big line to define. And then going into the tail. And then for going underneath the brow, I'm gonna start closer to the actual hairline. And I am using my pinky as an anchor on my face, and using those smaller strokes, I am going to get that into the brow hairs, being very, very careful where I'm placing the product. To define the tail of the brow a little bit more and to make it a little bit deeper, I'm just gonna add a little bit more product there. Now using longer strokes. Personally, for me, I prefer this look just because it is a little bit more defined. It looks really, really dark on camera. However, in person, it looks, I mean, like it still looks very defined, but it's still very natural. It's natural. It's snatched, but it's natural. It's natural. Oh, that's a Scott Barnes term. Well guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and make these puppies look a little bit more even with the brow pomade, just because this is a little bit more warm toned than the Taupe ABH dip brow. So let me just go ahead and do that really quick and I will be right back. Okay guys, so the brows are looking a little bit more even now, so that's good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. It helps other people find the video. And if you want to help other people find this video even faster, you can share this video and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the little notification bell so you can see more videos of me doing stuff like this. Thank you so much guys. I love you so much and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye y'all.